Hello everyone. We have already spent some time talking about how we report statements. It's now time to talk about reporting questions. Please have a look at these examples while listening. Don't forget the changes we talked about in the previous video. We always change the reference words and the verb tense shifts back. To report yes/no questions, we need the help of if. We place if before the question we are reporting. The reporting verbs that we have to use should be ask, want to know, or wonder, since they are questions. Now, let's look at the examples one by one. Look at the first one. Do all countries celebrate New Year? Mandy asked me. This is an example of a yes/no question, and it is in present. We have already known that simple tense becomes past simple. So, Mandy asked me if all countries celebrated New Year. If used in this sentence has the meaning of whether or not. Look at the second one. Can you explain the meaning of anniversary to me? Jane asked. Jane asked me if I could explain the meaning of anniversary to her. Did ancient people celebrate special occasions? Linda asked me. Linda asked me if people had celebrated special occasions. We may use whether in the place of if. There is no difference in meaning, but a difference in level of formality. Whether is considered more formal. So, in daily English, we use if most of the time. And another point to remember is the punctuation. Question marks are used only in real questions, not in reported questions. What about WH questions? A WH question asks for more information than a yes/no question. Let's see how we report them. When we report a WH question, first place the WH question and then the subject, and of course the verb shifts back to the past. Examples will make it more clear. Look at the first one. When do Chinese people celebrate New Year? Liz asked me. Liz asked me when Chinese people celebrated New Year. Who is coming to my costume party? Mandy asked me. Mandy asked me who was coming to her costume party. What did Simon buy to Sally for her birthday? Mandy asked Liz. Mandy asked Liz what Simon had bought to Sally for her birthday. Where have you taken your wife to celebrate your 10th wedding anniversary? Asked James to Simon. James asked Simon where he had taken his wife to celebrate their 10th wedding anniversary. So please be aware that the reporting sentences are not in question structures. They are in normal sentence structures when you report them. The last point that we have to focus on in this video is special introductory verbs. Since there are so many ways to report the statements, we don't have to limit ourselves to the reporting verbs like tell, say, or ask. There are many reporting verbs. We need to think about these two questions. What verb most accurately reports the nature of the speaker's words? And what grammar is required by the reporting verb? So we have to focus on meaning and structure. Let's have a look at some examples. We have a couple, Henry and Sally. They have just had a quarrel and Sally feels terrible. They are not talking to each other now. She wants to tell what happened. Look at Henry's sentence. You are the most irresponsible housewife in the world. Wow, What a big word. Of course, we can report this sentence by using the reporting verb say. But to emphasize the meaning of the sentence, the verb accuse should be used in this sentence. Henry accused Sally of being the most irresponsible woman in the world. So, when we use an appropriate verb which shows the meaning or the feeling of the speaker, we can also show how big and rich our vocabulary is. Look at the next one. Look at Sally's speech. Please stop talking in a rude manner. You shouldn't forget that I'm working as well as you. Sally asked Henry to stop talking in a rude manner and reminded him that she was working as well as him. So, in the place of say or tell, can you see which reporting words we use? Reminded. You shouldn't forget. So, Sally reminded Henry. Henry says, No, no, I don't want to listen to you anymore. So Henry refused to listen to Sally anymore. Sally is still trying. Let's see a therapist. We don't understand each other nowadays. Sally suggested seeing a therapist and admitted that they didn't understand each other. Henry is so decisive. Nothing works, Sally. Living apart for some time is the best solution. So Henry insisted on living apart for some time. 10 days later, Henry feels awful because he understands that he can't live without Sally. And look how he changed. I'm sorry, Sally. It was my mistake to leave you. I'll never break your heart again. Henry apologized for leaving Sally and promised not to break her heart again. Please be aware that the reporting verbs used in these examples are followed either by a gerund or an infinitive. We have already learned gerunds and infinitives, so remember the correct usages and build the sentences. Now it's your turn to answer these questions. I want you to use the reporting verbs advise, remind, insist on, promise, and suggest. Let's try. Look at the first one. Don't forget to take the dog for a walk in the afternoon, Sally said to Henry. Please don't forget. So, what should be the right reporting verb here? You're right. Sally reminded Henry to take the dog for a walk. The second, don't worry, it won't happen again. I'll be more careful next time, Henry said to Sally. So, the best answer for that question will be you're right, Henry promised to be more careful next time. Let's go to Corfu for the weekend, Henry said to Sally. So when you see let's there, the right reporting verb should be all right, suggested. Henry suggested going to Corfu for the weekend. No, no, please, I'll help you in the kitchen, Henry said to Sally. Have you seen how he has changed? Henry insisted on helping Sally in the kitchen. Thanks, but you should take a nap instead, Sally said to Henry. So, how sensitive Sally is, can you see? Okay, the answer will be Sally advised Henry to take a nap instead of helping her. Hope you understand all. See you in another video. Bye.